I just had to hear all that for 5 years, really.
Yeah.
You know, so it was a bit frustrating because people that's on the outside looking in, they didn't have an idea what was really going on, but they was just, you know, making up stuff, and the media and other people that believed them was just going with it.
Yeah.
So once we got the fight over with, it was just like a sign of relief.
And before we go into that photo, see.
I haven't talked about that yet.
Okay, let's talk about this. Terrence Crawford's a great champion as well.
Yeah.
You're a great champion.
Yeah.
First time you've seen him in a while. What did you guys tell each other tonight?
Nah, he just said something. So I don't know. Let's do it from on. I like that. I like that. You best in business. I like that. He been around this long. Let's do it from on. I like that. So he know fight. I like that.
Just weeks before facing Canelo Alvarez, Crawford took Spence under his wing, and what happened next shocked everyone. While working side by side with Terrence Crawford in the gym, Errol Spence dropped a quiet bombshell. He's planning a return to the ring at this year. No press tour. No big announcement, just a calm, confident nod to the future, but when pressed for details.
Could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he gonna win or lose, but I definitely be.
Spence kept it close to the vest, no names, no dates. Just that steely look we've seen before every war he's walked into. The same Spence who went to war with Porter, dismantled that unforgettable night with Crawford, is now quietly plotting his next move. And the fact that he's sharpening his tools alongside the pound-for-pound king, fresh off preparing.
I mean, man, the only reason I look overweight in that picture is because I had on like 3 sweaters that's cold as fuck in Japan. Like, stop it with this shit, man. I stay fit, man. You dig? Yes, sir.
For Canelo Alvarez speaks volumes. Errol Spence didn't lace up the gloves this time. No sparring, no Canelo Alvarez. Some strength training and a long conversation with Terrence Crawford. They stood in the same gym where champions are made, but there was no tension, just mutual respect. No punches thrown, only words exchanged, and that's.
I want to fight him coming off an accident like that, because when I beat him,
right,
then y'all gonna say it was because of the accident.
Right.
He beat Danny Garcia. I was in the crowd. I said, nah, he can't beat me. That's the first time I seen Spence fight live. I said.
So you knew then when you seen that?
I'm like yeah, because you know it's different on TV than when you watching it.
Silence between them, it spoke louder than any bell. With now chasing greatness at 168 pounds against Canelo Alvarez, his days in the 47 lb welterweight division look like they're behind him. Fire between Spence and once lit up the boxing world, but now, with this surprising show of unity, that rivalry may be fading into history. Wondering, was that epic clash the beginning of something bigger or the final word?
Yeah.
But I just felt like, you know, he came prepared and he was ready and he fought a good fight.
Yeah.
He was awkward. He was patient. He was determined. He stuck to his game plan, and he did what he had.
Between two of this generation's greats, seeing Spence and Crawford side by side again sent shockwaves through the boxing world. For fans, it was surreal too. Of the greatest welterweights of the modern era, sharing space not as rivals, but as comrades. One fan said it best, he don't need a rematch anymore, but I do want to see Spence come back. That loss didn't mean he's finished, he's still got fire in those fists. Crawford dominated their first clash, etched his name into history with a clinical dismantling. But don't forget who Errol Spence is, a former unified champion. A man who walked through Kell Brudany Garcia and Sean Porter.
Oh, well, he's money hungry, he's looking at money and he's trying to cash out and this and that. I've been getting money for years. I've been getting money for years.
Yeah.
And I'm not stupid with my money.
Right.
As you can see, I don't buy no Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and you know what I mean, walk around with 100 people around me and got all this jewelry that I ain't bought.
With surgical aggression and championship grit, one loss doesn't erase a legacy, it refocuses it. So while a rematch may no longer be on the table, Pence's return could be the comeback story fans didn't know they needed. Because if the truth still has something left to prove, the welterweight division better keep its guard up. One fan nailed Ice Spence is exactly what the 154-pound division.
He got caught. He should have boxed a little bit more, but things happen. You gotta learn from it. Definitely, it was exciting. The whole build up to it and leading up to it too. So it's something that I wouldn't change for nothing, and I'm definitely open to the rematch, and hopefully it'll be at 154.
Needs right now someone to shake things up, bring the fire, and make it matter again. The junior middleweight scene has talent, but it's missing that spark, that pressure. Errol Spence Jr. might be the answer. Since suffering his first career defeat to Terrence Crawford in 2023, a bout that was billed as evenly matched but turned into a Crawford masterclass, Spence has been silent. No fights, no big moves, just questions. But let's not rewrite history. Spence is still 28-1.
If I Canelo right now, but if the fight come across the table, I definitely take that fight. I feel like 165, 168, that's more my natural weight, and it's a lot easier for me to make. So I definitely take that.
With 20 to knock out and a resume stacked with former world champions, his style, relentless, his power, real, his presence, still a threat. The loss to Crawford didn't erase Spence's greatness. It revealed the mountain he now has to climb. And if he's healthy, focused, and hungry, 154 could become his proving ground. Because when the truth walks back into that ring,
I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
Yeah.
He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So if he can do it, and he started at 147. So if he's doing it, why can't?
Better believe the division won't be quiet for long. Errol Spence Jr. isn't just battling critics, he's battling legacy. From unified welterweight king to nearly 2 years out of the ring, questions now swirl louder than ever. He's 34, still dangerous, and still capable of rewriting the story, but the clock is ticking. He admitted his demons. He's heard the doubts. He asterisk watched
broke him down and was able to stop him at the end.
Everybody's wondering what's going on with you and Terrence Crawford. This fight gonna happen?
I think it's gonna happen. We both want to fight. I want to fight. He wants to fight, and it's going down to negotiations. So I think I definitely gonna get the fight this year, and we're gonna square off this year with the biggest fight in boxing.
It is the biggest fight in boxing. Where and when, if you were guessing?
I don't know where. I don't know when, but it's definitely gonna be this year.
All right.
Crawford take everything, and now the world's waiting to see if Spence will rise from the shadows or fade into the. No big announcement, just a calm, confident nod to the future. But when pressed for details, Spence kept it close to the vest. No names, no dates. Just that steely look we've seen before every war he's walked into.
Did you feel off physically or anything, or what was wrong in the fight?
Yeah, I felt a little off physically, but most times I get through it. So, I thought it was gonna be just like the other times, but I couldn't kick it up a notch.
The same Spence who went to war with Porter, dismantled that unforgettable night with Crawford, is now quietly plotting his next move. And the fact that he's sharpening his tools alongside the pound-for-pound king, fresh off preparing for Canelo Alvarez, speaks volumes. Errol Spence didn't
take my belt off then.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Errol?
You gonna need more than the belt. I don't know what you talking about. I ain't one of your kids.
I'm
you
gonna
gonna
treat
need more than the belt. I ain't one of your kids.
I'm gonna treat you like one.
Yeah, all right, we gonna see.
Up the gloves this time, no sparring, no Canelo Alvarez. Some strength training and a long conversation with Terrence Crawford. They stood in the same gym, where champions are made, but there was no tension, just mutual respect. No punches thrown, only words exchanged, and that silence between them, it spoke louder than any bell. With now chasing greatness at 168 pounds against Canelo Alvarez, his days in the 40s.
I feel for his power, probably like first, second round. He's a strong dude, but everybody at this top level have some type of power. But I think because my time was out, he was catching me in between shots.
I get to say I told y'all, because I've been asking for these fights for years. And y'all been saying, oh, he's too small. He's going to get this. He's going to get broken.
7LB welterweight division look like they're behind him. Fire between Spence and once lit up the boxing world, but now, with this surprising show of unity, that rivalry may be fading into history. wondering, was that epic clash the beginning of something bigger or the final word? Between two of this generation's greats, seeing Spence and Crawford side by side again sent shockwaves through the boxing world. For fans, it was surreal too.
What is he, Australian? What's his name?
Opataya. Yeah, hold up. Is he Australian or he's from like...
What's the same weight class though, right?
No, it's cruiserweight.
Oh, he is.
Opataya is cruiserweight.
Of the greatest welterweights of the modern era, sharing space not as rivals, but as comrades. One fan said it best, he don't need